Hello, everybody. My name is Aniki, and today I will be discussing the benefits of learning two languages. And this is for both your personal life as well as your business life. Currently, I work in the refineries, therefore, I work with a lot of Spanish speaking people. So it's very important for me to know Spanish um, as well as speak it so we can have clear conversations. Personal life, it's important for me because my family is from Mexico, so I have to know how to communicate to them via text or in person when I go visit. And yeah, so we can just have clear conversations. Um, my dad had a big impact on that because he was able to help me learn as well as kind of teach me the hard way. I've mostly learned from hand signals and key words when learning, which and Duolingo as well is a good um, site to learn different languages because they have Spanish and other ones. A few reasons why you should learn different languages, but in this scenario I am using Spanish, is because one, has a better effect on your like brain health. It lets you be able to have better stimulation, multitasking, as well as being able to be more clear in your first language, and then also being able to have a better job, which is better career choices, and then lastly, being able to communicate in the country that you're going to. So after my speech, I hope that you have a clear understanding as to why it's so important to have different languages in your textbook, in your brain book. So the first statement, or the first reason that I think you should learn is because of the health benefits and the brain stimulation, like I mentioned. In the University of the Potomac, they mention how it stimulates your brain, involving new patterns, new developments, and it helps your brain muscles get stronger and bigger to put more to use. And it also mentions that scientists have established that we use the left side of our brain when speaking our native language, and the second language usage isn't limited to the specific hemisphere, so it uses both of them, which I thought was interesting. And it increases the size of the white and gray matter in the brain. It also increases your attention span, which is also interesting because it goes from 12 seconds to 8 seconds, and it helps the brain matter focus or maintain a focus, and it blocks out most distractions. And then the next option that it helps with is the creativity. It helps you with putting more words together, and this is important because in Spanish, some words have the different some words are the same words with different meanings in different contexts. So one word could be in context good and everything, and then the same word in a different context could be offensive. So you definitely have to know your words in the context that you're using them in. And then it also helps with multitasking as well as improving the first language. Again, being able to have a bigger vocabulary, and it improves your memory because obviously you're learning more words, more languages, and it's a bigger challenge. And then in the next reason that I believe that you should learn another language is to help with your financial life, because you definitely have more career options all the way from retail to the law. So in the article it mentions on Indeed it mentions that in the local area that teachers, translators, healthcare workers, social workers, flight attendants, legal representatives, customer service, they're looking for bilingual people, so it's definitely a high job market for that. And also in the career benefits of being bilingual, on their website they mention that bilingual people make 5 to 20% more income salary than the average employee, which is high, and everybody's struggling nowadays. So anything you can do to help make more money, I think would be beneficial, especially because learning is free, and you can, again, Duolingo is free, where you can learn any language that you need. And I feel like you definitely should. I think that it would increase your retirement because you'll have more opportunity to save more money. And then now that I mentioned like the medical knowledge and the career options, I'm gonna explain why it's important to know the language of the country that you're going to be visiting. One, because it's a respect thing. I definitely think that you should know the language that you're going to. And it was interesting because in the article, do you need to learn Spanish when you move to Mexico, they mentioned that a lot of tourists get scammed there with having higher items priced. And I think that's true. It's not right, but it's true, because a lot of the people, like I mentioned in my last video, they make things to put food on the table. So if they're able to get more money out of the tourists, why wouldn't they want to do that? And then also, it definitely helps if there's a medical emergency, or if you're trying to get somewhere, you should know the language. It'll make it easier, and your life won't be so stressful when trying to get a job or buy a house or anything like that. And you get cheaper meals too if you can. It says in the article, if you know the language, which I think is not right, but again, that's their country and that's what they do. And I think that's how it is here in certain cities too. If they know you're a tourist, they're going to mark up the prices. But in conclusion, that's why I think you should learn different languages, because you'll be able to have a better financial life. You'll have a better brain muscle memory. You'll grow your brain, which is really healthy. And you'll be able to visit different countries and know their language. And I think that when, and also I feel like it definitely is like, wow, you speak a different language. It's like an attention getter. So I think that would be cool. But thank you for listening, and have a good rest of your evening. And again, go get a second language, because it's definitely a blessing to have when you need it.